Floyd Mayweather, Victor Ortiz. Mayweather last fought 16 months ago after absolutely demolishing Sugar Shane Mosley, a 16-month layoff. What do you expect? Do you expect any ring rust from him?
It's not likely. I think Mayweather, because, he keeps himself in shape. It's not like he's been sitting around doing nothing. He plays basketball, doesn't abuse his body, doesn't drink, doesn't smoke. I'm not expecting ring rust per se. He might have slowed down. We don't know. A lot can happen. A boxer can age very quickly. And so we don't know exactly which Mayweather we're going to see Saturday night.
Mayweather 41-0, 25 knockouts. It seems like it is always the same regimen for him. Talk, run his mouth, don't really scout the opponent that much. Do you believe that they actually do that, or do you think they're scouting Victor Ortiz pretty heavily?
Well, I think that they're scouting Ortiz heavily. Mayweather said not. He said he sort of saw Ortiz quite accidentally. He was in Connecticut visiting his pal 50 Cent, who lives up there near Foxwoods, and just simply went to the fight. 50 Cent lives about an hour from Foxwoods, so they went to the fight together. He saw Berto, he saw Ortiz, and he saw Ortiz walk away with the title. And that's when it occurred to him when he got home. He said, this guy and I could have a good fight together. So I don't know that he was really looking for a lefty per se, but I think that Mayweather sees something in Ortiz that he believes he can exploit, and that's why he's going to fight him.
Well, because he's a lefty, wouldn't one person argue that it's because he's preparing for Manny Pacquiao?
Well, a lot of people have argued that. That argument started with Freddie Roach, Pacquiao's trainer. A lot of people believe that. But Mayweather really hasn't confirmed those beliefs. He says it was really sort of happenstance more than anything else. But he's avoided lefties most of his career. All the Mayweathers have had trouble. Roger and Mayweather Sr. have had trouble with lefties, and they've avoided them as a rule. But again, there's something that Mayweather sees in Ortiz. Ortiz is a kind of straight-ahead, come at you. He's not clever. It's going to be a brains versus brawn match, and Mayweather's the brains.
Is Floyd Mayweather the best promoter you've ever seen, Robert?
Oh, there are a lot of good promoters. Boxers are really exceptional at driving up the gate. He's good at it. There's no question about it. And he has a huge fan base that extends way beyond boxing's parameters. He sort of embraces the hip-hop ethos. And a lot more people are into hip-hop than are into boxing. And they're also into Floyd Mayweather.
The 6-1 underdog, Victor Ortiz. 29-2-2, a tough opponent, 10 years younger than Floyd Mayweather. It seems like he is getting the attention of, he's a younger fighter, he's got more power. What else does he bring to the table, Robert?
Well, I think he brings a will to win. I was talking with Teddy Atlas the other day about this, and he was saying that Ortiz now knows what he is capable of. He's capable of coming back from incredible difficulties, not only as a child in a sort of poverty-stricken, abusive home in which he lived and then was abandoned, not only from this gigantic loss where he quit after while fighting Marcos Maidana, but he came back up against Berto. So he has this will to win. Again, will to win is imperative, but whether it's enough to get by a master like Mayweather remains to be seen.
He's been on 24/7. It seems like he has never got this kind of attention before. So I ask you, do you think that he's adjusted well to the media and the spotlight being on him literally 24/7?
I think extremely well. He's really a personable young man. He's incredibly sort of calm and relaxed and at ease with himself and seems to understand himself. Doesn't have this extremely huge ego. I think he's adjusted incredibly well to the spotlight, and we'll see if he adjusts as well when he climbs through the ropes.
Mayweather has said, and I quote, "I don't think I'll ever get the credit I deserve." Why exactly is that?
Well, it's because he's a master boxer. Everybody likes sluggers. Everybody likes bruisers. Everybody likes palookas. They like the kind of kill and be kill ethos that so many boxers embody. The kamikaze, come forward, do or die ethos. And Mayweather's not that way. He's a boxer. He really understands that the sport is called boxing, that the sport is really the object of the sport is to hit and not be hit. And Mayweather's a master at that.
The Philly shell defense, it is something that Floyd Mayweather works to perfection. We talk about his offense. We talk about his right hand, his jab, He's got all the tools. But wouldn't you say that his defense sometimes wins him fights?
I would say his defense often wins him fights, and it's certainly likely that his defense will help him win this fight Saturday night against Victor Ortiz.
Is this the best opponent Floyd has seen, Robert?
The best opponent he's ever seen?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that.
Who's been better?
I'd say Jose Luis Castillo, who he fought twice several years ago. But I think Castillo sort of set the blueprint, and it's a blueprint that Ricky Hatton followed as well, which is basically you press Mayweather. You don't give Mayweather space. You be in Mayweather's face from the opening bell. You pressure him and you pressure him and you pressure him, and you take your risks because you're going to get nailed on occasion, and sometimes decisively. But that's how you have to fight Mayweather. You can't fight Mayweather at his own game. You have to have Mayweather fight you at your game.
It's not like there's a total blueprint, though, to fight Floyd Mayweather. So if you had to tell Victor Ortiz how to, let's say, stalk him and go at him, what would it be?
Well, Victor Ortiz has to be Victor Ortiz. One can't really change a fighter from the fighter that they are. He's going to bring to the ring what it is that got him to the ring in the first place. And again, it's forward motion, it's power, it's youth, it's strength, it's willpower. These are the gifts that Ortiz has, and these are the things he's going to bring to the ring. He's not going to be able to do what he has not been able to do thus far. It's not as though he's old, but you can't teach an old dog new tricks, and you can't even teach a young boxer new tricks. He is what he is, and that's what he's going to bring to the ring.
You think Ortiz is going to land his tough punches on him, or you just think Mayweather's going to cruise through?
I think he's going to land some punches, but I think Mayweather is basically going to cruise through, unless, of course, he ages overnight. I don't expect that to happen, but it happens to all of us sooner or later. I don't think it's going to happen to Mayweather Saturday night, however.
All right, so very quickly, in the end, who wins? What round? Is it a knockout? What's going to happen?
I think the ref stops it like in the 10th round. Either Ortiz is just getting knocked around too much, or he's been dropped once or twice, and I think the ref steps in and stops it.
Robert Exel, editor-in-chief of Boxing.com, thank you very much for the time. We appreciate it.
My pleasure. We'll talk soon.